Thank you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to call a hearing to order and acknowledge that we're in Treaty 1 territory, the home, the traditional lands of the Ojibwe, the Cree, Dakota people, and the national homeland of the Red River Métis. Our drinking water comes from Shoal Lake 40 First Nation in Treaty 3 territory. My name is Ron Merritt. I'll be your chairperson this morning, introducing the panel members via Zoom, Michelle Duncan and Mr. Bill Moretzky. Our recording secretary is Jaswinder Kumar, and representing the city from the assessment department is Merrick Frolick. This morning we'll be hearing application for revision of the assessment business assessment rule in accordance with the Winnipeg Charter. The matters for which revision is requested have been described in each application and will limit discussions to those matters. The statements that are made at this hearing are sworn testimony, and anybody speaking in these matters must be sworn in. Please be advised that comparisons of assessments of properties are not considered evidence of market value by the Board of Revision. The board is appointed annually by City Council and is independent along with the city administration. We make our decisions based on the evidence provided at this hearing and issue a written order that will be mailed to all parties as soon as possible. Please note that the board's decision in respect to application may be appealed to the Manitoba Municipal Board if the matter pertains to assessed value or classification, or to Court of King's Bench if the matter pertains to application from exemptions. Should you wish to appeal, information on how to do so will be included in the board's order. In respect to the hearing this morning, I will confirm the points of appeal with your properties to be addressed with each applicant following the swearing in. We'll then have the assessor's testimony followed by questions that the applicant may have, and then it will be the applicant's testimony followed by questions. Each party will have the opportunity to summarize if they wish. Once all evidence about the application has been brought forward, the applicant may leave. The process will repeat for each item on the docket this morning. The session will close after all applications have been heard, and the board will deliberate in private and make its decisions. You will receive the board's decision by registered mail as soon as possible. As information, all public hearings are live stream recorded and will be part of the public record. This morning we'll be hearing items 5 to 10. So, Mr. Kumar, can you swear in the assessor and also the applicant's testimony? Thank you.
Yes, Mr. Chair, thank you. Mr. Assessor, please state your full name.
Merrick Frolick.
Thank you. Do you affirm that the evidence you are about to give at this hearing is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
That is correct.
Thank you. Mr. Slaughter, please state your full name.
Rod Slaughter.
Thank you. Do you affirm that the evidence you are about to give at this hearing is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, I think everybody's familiar with all the routine that goes on, so we'll first deal with 1925 Sargent Avenue. Mr. Frolick, whenever you're ready, you can take us through that.
I do believe, okay, I missed it. I apologize. I got up ahead of myself here for this property, because I read it. Sorry, gentlemen. Now all of a sudden I got to find my paper copy because I had a couple different 18 Wellington. Okay, file number is 224175. Roll number is 3613. The initial ARV was 1,916,100, utilizing 199,056 square feet with an overall ARV of 963. The base ARV for this property using the square footage above was $7.45. There was 199,056 for occupancy costs on heat, electrical, and water, and 14,823 for air conditioning. Total value of the occupancy costs were $433,158, and we're asking for the $1,916,100 to be confirmed. This is a follow through from the 2023 Realty Appeal. Thank you.
I thank you. Mr. Slaughter, questions?
No questions. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. We would just ask for a confirmation of this assessment.
All right, you're seeking confirmation then? Okay.
Yes, thank you. Yeah.
Ms. Duncan, do you have any questions?
No questions, thank you.
Ms. Boretsky?
No questions, thank you.
Okay, we'll not have any summary, so we'll move on to the next property, which is 1833 Saskatchewan Avenue. Mr. Follick, whenever you're ready.
I do believe the 1833 Saskatchewan is the one that's being withdrawn by the applicant.
Correct.
All right. Mr. Slaughter, are you in agreement? Yes?
Yes, thank you.
All right.
Have you
We'll
sent
go
the paper?
to,
I can't remember, Rod. Did you send the paperwork for that yet?
If I thought I did it via email, but if I haven't, then I will send it immediately after this hearing.
Yeah, I don't have a record of it, so that's why I'm asking.
Okay. Let me just double check there. Thanks, Merrick.
like you said, Mr. Slaughter, you can, if the withdrawal should be, and you can check it through, and if you haven't, you can email it.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Jaswinder, I think there was an email on March 10th.
Yes, Mr. Slaughter, I think there's an email from you.
Okay, is that sufficient then for your records?
I think it will be more helpful if you can send us a withdrawal form.
No problem. I will do.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Just CC me as well, Rod.
Yeah, will do. Thanks, Merrick.
Thank you.
Okay, let's go to 1965 Wellington Avenue. Mr. Frolick, whenever you're ready.
File number is 22-4233. Roll number is 42723. The initial ARV was 135,900, utilizing an area of 1,018 square feet. This is a unique property because this also has a parking lot because it's a part of a car rental agency. So for the actual area being used, it's 1,017 square feet, utilizing a 2319 rent, and the occupancy costs were 1,017 for a total of 2,543. What's unique, and then I looked at the second area, and I'm going to have to send this to one of my colleagues, is when the premise area is one is there, and we use one to have it listed as a parking lot. But if you look at the occupancy cost of 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 should be 4, not 3. So that might be a rounding error. I'm not too sure. Maybe it is. You know what? My guess is it's a rounding because the rounded amount is $3. That explains it. I answered my own question. So the total ARV is 126,420, and that was based on a reduction that was done under realty, where the original parking lot rate was 104, and the agreement for the 15-1 was $95. So now the new value for the 2023 business assessment appeal is 126,420, and that's the follow through from the 15-1 agreement. Thank you.
Mr. Frolick, is that a recommendation?
That is a recommendation.
Okay. Mr. Slaughter, are you in agreement?
We are. Thank you.
Panel members, any questions?
No questions, thank you.
All right. We'll go to the next property, which is 165 Wellington. That is a different roll number, is it not?
That is correct.
Okay. The floor is yours, sir.
Yep. The file number for this one is 22-4232. Business ID number is 31132. The previous appeal was National Car Rental, and this one is Enterprise Rent a Car Limited. The initial ARV was 124,860, utilizing 768 square feet. The premise area was 767, with a market rent of 2364, utilizing the full occupancy cost for heat, electrical, water, and air conditioning. The total occupancy cost is 1921. Following the 15-1 agreement that was used for the realty, we'd like to make a recommendation of 115,800. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Slaughter, are you in agreement?
Yes, we are. Thank you.
All right. Panel members, any questions in regards to the recommendation and an agreement?
No questions, thank you.
No questions.
Okay. We'll go to 50 Moorburg Way. Mr. Frolick, whenever you're ready.
File number is 22-4356. Roll number is 52,570. Initial ARV value was 483,060, utilizing 36,268 square feet with an overall ARV per square foot of 1332. The first one utilizing 29,179 and a market rent of 1086. We had heat, electrical, and occupancy of 29,179 and air conditioning using an area of 8,963 to come up with a total of 65,872. For the next PID, we have an area of 7,089, utilizing a rent of 1,165. All four areas use the occupancy cost of 7,089 to come up with 17,723. Using the recommendation that we had followed through on the 15-1 appeal for the realty, the new ARV value is 446,280. Thank you for your time.
I thank you. Mr. Slaughter, are you in agreement?
We are. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Panel members, any questions?
No questions, thank you.
No questions.
I thank you. We'll move to the last one, which is 570 Ferry Road. Mr. Frolick, whenever you're ready.
File number is 224172. Business ID number is 3558. Owners are Standard Aero Limited. Initial ARV value was 809,940, utilizing 91,828 square feet, using an overall per square foot value of 882. The occupancy costs for all three areas is 91,828 to come up with total occupancy cost of 229,570. Following the 15-1 agreement, we used a rental rate of 585. And I'd like to make a recommendation of 766,740. Thank you.
I thank you. Mr. Slaughter, are you in agreement?
We are. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Panel members, any questions?
No questions, thank you.
No questions.
Okay, I thank you. Mr. Slaughter, thank you for your presentations, and I think you already know the results. So thank you and have a good day.
You too. Thanks very much, everyone. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Mr. Frolick, thank you for your experience and have a good day.
Thank you, panel members.
Good
Take
morning.
care. Well,
All right.
You know what? It's not like you don't have any work to do, but I wish you guys all the best. Cheers.
All right. You too. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
All right.
We have heard all the items scheduled and this hearing is now adjourned. Thank you.